All right, y'all, welcome at the Final Boss Auto Hub. I know I've been away for a couple days, but we had some things we had to sort out. Today's video is going to be something a little different, something that we never done on the channel. Kind of want to have some fun today. I do have my normal car reaction news videos coming out. There's a couple new things, a couple new developments in cars that I would like to talk about, and those videos are dropping this week. But for today, I wanted to do something a little fun. So as you know, I live in the New York City area, and there's a lot of things in the car culture or car community that are kind of different here. So I kind of wanted to do a video about the top 10 cars you see in the hood, NYC edition. All right. So disclaimer, y'all, this is jokes. Some of the stuff is, you have some truth to it, but it's jokes and it's all in good fun. All right. So stick with me. So we're going to go right into it. Number 10, we have the Kia K5. Now, I've seen folks driving this car basically look down upon people like it's some sort of luxury car. And I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like this car kind of took the same space as the Nissan Maxima. The Nissan Maxima used to have this kind of prestige going for it, where it sit higher than the Toyota Camry and the Honda Accord. And I feel like folks who drive this Kia K5 is kind of feeling like that. I mean, I feel like it's starting to take on that step up luxury prestige feeling. It got almost 300 horsepower. It has a nice sleek design, and people kind of driving it, feeling some kind of way. And it kind of shows Kia's, design and expertise in terms of designing decent, sporty sedans. So I'm not gonna lie, the K5 is not a bad car, but I was driving my little hood beater and a Kia K5 pulled up alongside me and they just gave me this look like, oh, look at this peasant. And I'm like, all right, you guys got it. I'm in a little Nissan Sentra on the side, but okay, do you, go crazy. But yeah, the Kia K5 comes in at number 10. In the number 9 position, we have the Hyundai Elantra. If you really think about it, this car is low-key the new Honda Civic. Like, let's be real. If you remember, maybe 10 years ago, you could buy a Civic for roughly 15 to 20K. And right now, I feel like the Elantra is literally in that place. I mean, although it's a very affordable car, it comes with a lot of perks, like the Bluetooth, the rear cameras, the decent sound system, even the interior aesthetics looks pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. So, I mean, I can see why people opt to buy this car, especially if you're not a real car person. You just want something to go from A to B that has all the amenities and perks that you want. So, it's definitely a cheap car you can buy for roughly 15 to 20 grand without going bankrupt and have a decent little car payment. So go do your thing, Hyundai. I see what you're doing. Smart. You smart. I don't blame you. I see what y'all doing. Especially in a world full of 40,000 or 50,000 base model cars now. So I see what y'all doing. You're going to undercut the market. In the number 8 position, you got the Hyundai Accord. Now, in New York City, my Latino brothers and sisters, y'all be going crazy with this car, man. Like, listen, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all be going so crazy you think this car is an Audi A7. Especially the previous generation. It was shaped like a bootleg Audi A7 with the sloping sport back. And I mean, I seen it dropped, 20s, super exhaust systems, lights, all kinds of fender modifications. Y'all was going crazy with this car. I can't front. The car does look good when you do it up, especially the previous generation. This new shit is terrible. It's the new generation Honda Accord is the most ugliest car I've ever seen. I don't know how they even let that, whoever designed it should get fired. I don't even know why they even let that car out. But that's just my opinion. But the Honda Accord, y'all was going crazy with it. Go crazy. In the number 7 position, right, we had the CLA 250 Mercedes-Benz. And I'm gonna keep it real. People who get this vehicle basically just flat out get it just to say, hey, I drive a Benz. Like, and honestly, that shit works. Like, a lot of people are not car enthusiasts like the most of us, if you tuned into this channel, that know like this is a real entry level Benz car, you know, and it doesn't have all the aesthetics and stuff that normally Benz would have in terms of technology, interior design. It has some of it because it's still a Mercedes. It's a Merc. It's still a Mercedes-Benz, but they don't have all the bells and whistles. And people get the car, just like, yeah, I drive a Benz, and you go outside, you see the CLA 250. Get out of here with that. It's a base model 4-banger. But go ahead, do you. If you think you killing shit, the shit, you killing shit. I'm not gonna hate on you. Do your thing. All right. So in the number 6 position, we have the Acura TLX. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I see a mixture of people driving this car, from young ladies making money, or my fellas that's working hard to get it. I see a lot of mixture, and it's a decent looking car. I'm not gonna lie, especially the previous generation of the TLX. It's a nice looking car, and then the new one right now, I think is probably one of the best cars Honda designed in a long time. To keep it real, it's probably one of the best looking cars I see them make. And honestly, if you drive this car, you're probably a drug dealer.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
Getting mad at me, like, nah, you sell drugs, bro. I know it. I ain't hating. Go make your money. This economy is crazy, especially in New York City. But you sell drugs, and I know it. These are jokes. But yeah, number 6 is the TLX Acura. Now, in the number 5 position, and this was kind of a love-hate thing for me, I'm kind of biased, but it's the Infiniti Q50. Normally, you see this car, you see fellas who got a little money driving this, or they might be a gearhead like myself who wants a solid platform to build. But the Q50 kind of made a statement as a decent looking car. It looked different from the Hondas, the Genesis, the BMWs, the Mercs. It just looks different. It has a little bit of a presence going for it, especially if you go OEM plus with it. Do like the how can I say, like the side skirts, the rear trunk scoop, the exhaust system, the front lip. It just looked different. It sucked that the platform is trash and the turbos go out every 2 months. Don't ask me how I know. If you watch some of my previous videos, the turbos went out on me 5 times. 5 times. But it's a decent car. It's a decent car. It sucks that Infiniti is pretty much done. They're a brand that ceased to exist at this point in time, but it's a really good, solid car. Number 4 is the Nissan Ultima. Now, there's 2 types of people that drives this car. You might have the young, cute joint that got her a nice little new job or entry-level job, beginning her career, got a little motion, got a little something going for herself. Or you got the infamous YNs that drive this car. And they'll be the ones driving this car hella fast on your bumper, weaving in and out of traffic. You still can't figure out why this damn car is so fast, and it's a 4-banger, 4-cylinder, and this shit is, it's on your bumper. I don't know how they get it to go that fast, and most of the time it's stopped and the bumper falling off or some shit. But that car is still fast. It's just a testament to show you that if Nissan want to build some fire shit, they can, but they choose not to. But yeah, it comes into the number 4 position. You kind of see this car all over New York City. Almost every corner you see an Ultima. Whether it's the previous generation, the current generation, you just see an Ultima. So it's everywhere. In the number 3 position, we got the BMW 3 Series. Now, for some reason, this car is like super popular here in the New York City tri-state area. Like, all you see is 330s, which is the current generation, and then you see the 328s, the 318s, the M340s, the M3s. You will see a 3 Series multiple times in a matter of 5 minutes. Literally just see a 3 Series. Now, most of them are probably previous gen, because the current generation is kind of expensive, and I know that it's actually very expensive. But you just see a 3 Series all over, and I can't blame them. It's probably one of the, I don't want to say it's the halo car of the BMW, but it's probably the most signature car that people go for when they go into a BMW. It's a 3 Series, so makes sense. And normally, once you jump into 3 Series, you probably never going into another brand. Let's just call it, y'all. The German precision is crazy. The German scientists be over there cooking it up like some work in the kitchen when it comes to these BMWs. So we got to give the props. And in the number 2 position is the Toyota Camry. I don't care if it's the current generation or the last 2 generations. If you got this car, 9 times out of 10, you are an Uber or a Lyft driver. Let's just call it. You drive an Uber or Lyft, bro. You drive a taxi. That's all it is. You do Uber. And if I look down at your license plate and I see TLC, clearly you're a taxi. So don't shoot the messenger. I just know if you got a Toyota Camry, 9 times out of 10, you're an Uber driver. Because ain't nobody buying the Camry just to be like, oh shit, I'm in the Camry going crazy. No, that's not happening. You feel me? All right, so that's in the number 2 position. In the number 1 position, the car that you see often here in the New York City tri-state region is the Honda Civic. And normally folks who drives this car wanted this car because you don't have a crazy car note, and it's very reliable, and it has a lot of features. And honestly, it's normally the young, cute joints fresh out of college driving this car, doing their thing with this. The thing is now is the Honda Civic is no longer super affordable. This damn car might almost start at 30 to 40 grand now, depending on what spec you want. As I said earlier in the video, you used to be able to get one for 15 grand. Now it's like $30,000 to $40,000. And I'm not spending that kind of money to go get a Honda Civic. If I'm dropping 40 grand, I'm going up. I'm going into BM, Benz, Ac. I'm taking a step up at that point if I'm about to spend $40,000+ on a car, just to call it, and that's where we at. That's the top 10 cars you see in the New York City region, basically in the hood. You come up in the hood, whether that's Uptown Harlem, Bronx, parts of Brooklyn, because Brooklyn is getting gentrified like crazy, Queens, certain parts of Queens, all you're seeing is these 10 cars. I guarantee it. You're seeing these 10 cars. And you can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? We are in the tri-state area, and we're more foreign based compared to like down south or middle of America, who's probably more American based in terms of their purchasing for cars. So that's where we at. So y'all, thank you for tuning in. I have part 2 probably coming out with this because there's more. And as I said, I still have a lot of content to drop, and it's going to be dropping throughout the next couple days, starting from today that you see this video. And just keep up. I'm going back to my bread and butter. We're going to react to some of these new cars coming out because they got some heat coming out, and I want to hear what y'all feel about it. All right, Final Boss Auto Hub is out. Thank you for tuning in.